كتب الله لنا هو مولانا وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، ثم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحابته أجمعين. To our esteemed viewers, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are most welcome. May the blessings and peace of Allah be upon each and every one of us all. Ameen. Today, inshallah, we shall do a continuation of what vitiates our fast. We shall focus basically on the second part of what vitiates fast and requires repayment as well as kafara. That's what we shall be handling today. Inshallah, someone that got his fast vitiated, whereby he has to pay back as well as have an expiration. It is based on having intercourse with one's wife. When one have intercourse during days of Ramadan, then obviously it's a great sin. Obviously, one has incurred the need for him to pay back as well as an expiation. And to drive this home straight, it could be derived, the lessons, the understanding could be derived from that hadith as related by Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu. He said, a man came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he said, I am destroyed. I am destroyed. Halaktu ya Rasulullah. I am doomed. I am destroyed. O you messenger of Allah. Call wa ma ahlakak. The Prophet ﷺ asked him, ma ahlakak. What destroyed you? What caused your destruction? He said, waqa'tu ala mar'ati fi Ramadan. I had intercourse with my wife in Ramadan. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, hal tajid ma ta'tiqu raqaba. Hal tajid ma ta'tiqu raqaba. Do you have something by which you can set a slave free? Qala la, the man answered that no, I have nothing that I can use to set a slave free. He said, the Prophet ﷺ now said again, ask again, is it possible for you to fast for 2 consecutive months? That's for 60 days consecutively. The man now said, la, it's not possible for me that I fast shahrain mutatabi'ain, 2 consecutive months. فَهَلْ تَجِدْ مَا تُطْعِمْ سِتِّينَ مِسْكِينًا. Can you find, are you able to feed 60 indigents? With that, 60 poor persons. Qala la, the man said, no, I don't have. Qal, thumma jalasa. Then the man sat. And فَأُتِيَ النَّبِي صلى الله عليه وسلم بِعِرْقٍ فِيهِ تَمْرٍ. Then they came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam with a basket of dates was brought to him. And when this basket of dates was brought to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, call tasaddaq bihada. The Prophet said, take this and use this to do the charity that's upon you that you have to do. That is to go and feed 60 indigent. Then the man now asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he collected this thing from the Prophet. He now said, to someone poorer than us, should I use this to go and give someone poorer than us? Meaning, there is no other person poorer than us. We are poor. We are even more deserving to this charity. Then when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had that from him, then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam smiled. The Prophet laughed. The Prophet laughed, and to the extent that hatta badat nawajidhu, the molars of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam were showing, to understand the degree of laughter that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam went into. And he told him, idhab fat'imu alak. Say, go with this, go and feed your family with it, since you are in need of that. So this is what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how he guided this person. And when you look at the cause, the reason is because he had intercourse with a wife during Ramadan. So for someone that has intercourse with the wife, he has to do two things. One is to pay back the day, that day, and secondly is to feed, is to do the kafara. The kafara is one of three things: either to free a slave, or to fast 60 days, or to feed 60 indigent. Fasting of these 60 days must be consecutive without breaking any of the day. So the opinion, the view of majority of scholars is that in this instance, the man and the woman are liable. In the area of the kafara, the man are liable in this issue of kafara, provided that the two of them were intentionally involved. They were intentionally involved in, they are both active in going into this intercourse in Ramadan. But if it happens that it happens out of forgetfulness, like we have said in one of our series, then obviously they are not blameworthy. They have to continue their fast. If it also happens where they are forced, then of course they are also not blameworthy. فَلَا كَفَارَ عَلَى وَاحِدٍ مِنْهُمَا. There is no need for kafara for them. There is no need for kafara. But in situation whereby the woman was forced, then the man will have to pay. Basically it's the husband that forced the wife to get to this act. Then the kafara will be on the man, not on the woman. Imam Shafi, for his own view, is that in any case, no kafara on the man or the woman, no kafara. There is no expiation, payment of expiation. That is freeing of slave, or fasting 60 days consecutively, or the feeding of the indigent. Said in any case, there is no paying kafara, the expiation, for the woman. لا في حالة الاختيار ولا في حالة الإكراه, whether she was forced or whether it was by choice. It is not mandatory on her to do that. والذي يلزمها فقط هو القضاء. The one that is obligatory upon the woman to do is to do the payment of the fast again, to repay, to bring back the fast after Ramadan. This is the opinion of Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah ta'ala regarding this issue. Imam Nawawi said the most sound of opinion is wujubu kafara wahida alayya khasa and nafsi faqat. It is for him to pay the kafara specifically for him and not on the woman. Nothing for the woman. Wala yulaqiha al-wujub. This is the opinion of Imam Nawawi. Abu Dawud said, when Ahmad was asked, Amman ata ahlahu fi Ramadan alayha kafara, when Ahmad was asked on this issue, is the kafara upon the woman called ma sami'na anna ala imratin kafara? Said, we have not heard that expiation is on the woman. And the evidence where scholars were trying to draw evidence, they deduct evidence from, is the fact that when you look at that hadith, it was the man that the Prophet ﷺ focused upon, that he was asked to do the expiation, to do the kafara. He, was not facing the woman, was not asking the woman. So that is where some of the scholars have derived their evidence for coming up with that position. So, and the kafara, it's based on the way it has been arranged, the format. That is it is the first, when you want to do expiation, the first thing to be considered is freeing of slave.
قل لن يصيبنا إلا ما كتب الله